It was almost 40 hours ago that the Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball team began their 2019-20 season here at Arnie Ball Court. They hosted the Pride from Purdue Northwest, jumped out to an early lead. In fact, they led 21-12 after the first quarter, led every quarter throughout the night, and they walked off the court with a 73-50 win over Purdue Northwest. This morning, it is now game 2 on the season, a morning extravaganza as the Mastodons welcome University of Illinois Chicago. UIC, a member of the Horizon League. They had some growing pains last year under a new head coach, Tasha Porter. They went 3-26 overall, 1-17 in Horizon League play. They're looking for some bigger and better things, as are the Mastodons. 6th meeting all time between these two schools. UIC leads the series 4-1, and we'll see what happens here on Fitness Day at Arnie Ball Court. It is Purdue Fort Wayne hosting UIC, NCAA Division I women's basketball, and it's coming up next. Through the cooperation of the Purdue Fort Wayne Athletic Department, the Purdue Fort Wayne Sports Information Department, our good friends at Learfield Sports IMG College, and our good friends at YouTube, welcome to continuing coverage of Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball. Game 2 of the 2019-20 season takes place momentarily as the Mastodons welcome the Flames from the University of Illinois Chicago to Arnie Ball Court. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining us for edition number 2 of Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball this season on YouTube. I'm Mike Maas courtside, and the Mastodons brimming with confidence after their 73-50 win over Purdue Northwest on Tuesday night. They had 3 players scoring in double figures. Freshman Riley Ott with a game-high 18 points. Senior Shatoya Sanders with 17. And junior college transfer Jazzy Hughes chipped in with 10. And in fact, Shatoya Sanders, the former Wayne General, had a double-double. 10 rebounds to go along with her 17 points, and she blocked 3 shots as well. Right now, we look to our left, and the Mastodons are warming up on the court. And we look to the right, and the Flames just breaking a huddle near the free throw line. Again, this is the 6th meeting between these two schools. The series began on December 17th, 2001 in Chicago. Flames won that contest 71-53. On February 7th, 2004, it was UIC 91, Mastodon 68. March 19th, 2014, it was actually postseason play for both teams in the Women's Basketball Invitational. And in Chicago, the Flames won that one 84-71. It was the final game for 2-time Summit League Player of the Year, Amanda Hyde. On December 10th, 2016, Mastodons got what right now is their only win over the Flames, 61-55. That was in Chicago. And on November 21st, 2017, almost 2 years to the day, here in Fort Wayne, it was UIC 67, the Mastodons 51. So the Flames have controlled the series head-to-head, but we'll see what happens here this morning. I mentioned this is Fitness Day, the 8th annual Fitness Day for elementary schools here in the Fort Wayne area. Over 1,300 kids are expected to be inside the building, and earlier on they were participating in physical activities from a number of different programs such as yoga, exercise minutes, a fitness obstacle, and they're going to be making an awful lot of noise as they continue to file in to Arnie Ball Court. Players are lining up across the respective free throw lines extended. And momentarily we will have the playing of our national anthem. So we will pop things up and you'll hear our national anthem. Our national anthem brought to you by Midwest America Federal Credit Union. Now it's time to bring you this morning's starting lineups. They're brought to you by Evans Toyota. Start your life in a Toyota Camry today. For the visiting Flames of UIC, at one guard will be Kiera Thompson, a 5'7" junior from Merrillville, Indiana. At another guard will be Tiana Jackson, a 5'8" freshman from Somerset, New Jersey. The third guard in their three-guard offense is Tyler Lampley, a 5'11" senior from Homeward, Illinois. Averaged over 7.5 points and just under 3.5 rebounds a game last year. Up front, Shelby Case, a 6'1" freshman from McCordsville, Indiana, played high school ball at Heritage Christian. And also starting up front, Jada Neji, a 6'1" junior from Uxbridge, Ontario, Canada. The head coach of the Flames in her second year at the helm is Tasha Pointer. She played collegiately for C. Vivian Stringer at Rutgers University. And again, last year her record was 3-26. She is assisted by Special Jennings, Katie Sullivan, Latana Lillard. David Adams is the Director of Basketball Operations, and Sydney Zwart is the team's athletic trainer. Now a video montage playing on the boards here inside Arnie Ball Court. And we will momentarily bring you the starting lineups for the home team on the scoreboard, the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons. At one guard will be Riley Ott, a 5'5" freshman from LaPorte, Indiana. Again, she had 18 points in her collegiate debut Tuesday night. And another guard is Shayla Sellers, a 6' freshman from Aurora, Ohio. Her dad, Brad, played collegiately first at Wisconsin and then at Ohio State, and played 13 years in the National Basketball Association. And today, Shayla's dad is the mayor of Warrensville Heights, Ohio. Third guard, Anna Lappencooper, a 5'9" senior from Germany. And also starting at guard, Hannah Albrecht, 5'7" senior from Crown Point, Indiana. Up front, Shatoya Sanders, fifth-year senior from here in Fort Wayne. Played high school ball at Wayne High School Played 2 years at Chicago State, transferred here to the Summit City. And again, she had 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks against Purdue Northwest on a Tuesday night. The head coach in her second year, I should say in her 4th year as the head coach, is Niecy Nelson. She is 17 and 70 as the head coach, assisted by Marcy Alberts, Haley Seibert, and Akila Sims, with Kendall Festervon, graduate student manager. Our officials this morning: Brad Maxey, Todd Moisner, and Rachel Rayford. Purdue Fort Wayne wearing the home white uniforms, black numbers trimmed in gold front and back, mastodons in black trimmed in gold across the front, white shorts with some black and gold trim. UIC wearing a black jerseys with some red trim, white numbers trimmed in red front and back, flames scripted in white trimmed in red across the front, black shorts with red trim. Rachel Rayford throws the ball up in the air, and the tap is controlled by UIC, going from left to right to start the ball game. Quick jumper in and out by Neji. Macedons with their first possession of the ball game. Riley at the freshman at the point. Hannah Albrecht being watched by Lampley. Looks like the Flames are in a man-to-man. Well, they're almost in a matchup zone. Hot shot, no good. Rebound corralled by Lampley. And here come the Flames. Their season opener. Trying to go baseline was Jackson, and she loses it. Here's Cooper. Back to the perimeter. Now on the right wing. Albrecht for 3. Yes! Hannah Albrecht knocks down a triple. And that's how this game begins. Lampley wants to go baseline. Spin move. Shot up. No good. Albrecht with the rebound, hands it off to Ott. Here comes Purdue Fort Wayne, once they'll push the ball up the floor. Robin Cooper now goes left side to Albrecht. Skip pass right to Sellers. Albrecht wants to drive, and she's knocked to the floor. Doesn't make the shot, but she'll get a couple of free throws. Foul is going to be on Kiera Thompson. Her first, team first, comes with 8:28 remaining here in the first quarter. You get a look at the replay. Driving hard was Hannah Albrecht. First free throw, gets the friendly bounce and drops through. And you could almost say it's Hannah Albrecht 4, UIC nothing. Last year, Hannah hit over 82% of her free throws. Misses it here, but gets her own rebound. Cooper, top of the key 3. That's off the rim. Sanders fighting for the board. Knocked out of bounds. It's a last touch by Chatoya. And the ball goes over to UIC. 8:19 left here in the first quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne 4. Illinois Chicago nothing. Lampley gets it over midcourt. She's going to drive. Off the rim, no good. And we got a collision. Sanders is going to be called for a foul, to her dismay. Her first team foul on Purdue Fort Wayne. UIC will inbound the basketball and knocked out of bounds. Tiana Jackson gets the ball from Todd Moisner. Looking. Gets it to Neji, gets it back. Ball knocked away. Picked up. Here's Albrecht. Up the floor for the Mastodons. On the right wing. Ott drives. She's knocked to the floor. Shot no good. And now a touch foul going to be called on Anna Cooper. Her first, team second. 7:51 left here in the first quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne 4, UIC nothing. Checking in for Purdue Fort Wayne is Michelle Nichols. 5'10" junior transfer out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Sanders sits down with that early foul. Neji gets the inbounds pass, gives it back to the trigger man, Jackson. Jackson hands it off to Lampley. Watched by Loppin Cooper. Tries to go inside for Shelby Case, off her hands, out of bounds. Turnover UIC. 7:35 left, opening quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne 4, UIC nothing on this Thursday morning. Riley Ott on the right side. They work it on the perimeter. First to Loppin Cooper, then to Albrecht, and they go back to the right side. Nichols. Now Ott with 7 on the shot clock. Got to penetrate, kicks it out. Sellers for 3, in and out. Ott, put back, no. Loose ball picked up by Tiana Jackson. Flying down the left side of the floor. Case travels at the top of the key. Negates what would have been a 3-point field goal. Exactly 7 minutes left here in the first quarter. Mastodons have gotten a 3-point field goal and a free throw from Hannah Albrecht. It's the only scoring thus far by either team. Loppin Cooper, top of the key to Ott. Ott dribbles to her left. Back to Albrecht. 15 on the shot clock. Albrecht. Ott will hoist a left side 3. That's no good. Sellers offensive rebound. And now the clock stopped, and the question is, did that ball hit the rim or not? The shot clock did not reset. Right now it shows at 5, and our 3 officials are going to get together just to make sure. And now Brad Maxey heading over towards Rachel Rayford as well, and they're going to look at the monitor to see exactly how much time is left in the possession. It's an unofficial timeout. Both teams huddle around their respective head coaches. At this point of the contest, Purdue Fort Wayne is 1 of 6 on the floor, 1 of 4 from 3-point range. That was the 3-pointer from Hannah Albrecht. And Hannah made 1 out of 2 free throw attempts. The Flames are 0 for 3. Lampley's 0 for 2. Neji's 0 for 1 from the floor. Purdue Fort Wayne leading in rebounds 5 to 4. Leading in steals 2 to 1. UIC has already turned the ball over 4 times. Purdue Fort Wayne once. And again, Brad Maxey and Rachel Rayford are just to my left looking at the monitor. Talking to the control room that's putting together this telecast today. And they're going to reset the shot clock to 17 seconds. And it will be Mastodon basketball across the way. Hannah Albrecht will inbound it into Riley Ott. Ott's misses the bunny, rebounded by Neji. Up ahead to Lampley. Now they get it on the left side. Tiana Jackson dribbling to her right. Tries to go inside, knocked away and picked up by the freshman Shayla Sellers. Ahead to Ott. Driving the lane, shot off the glass and in. Riley Ott with her first points of the day. 6-0, Purdue Fort Wayne, 5:53 left first quarter. Thompson, and she loses it. Another UIC turnover. Loppin Cooper kicks it back to Albrecht, and Hannah drags her pivot foot. Turnover number 2 on the Purdue Fort Wayne. Michelle Nichols checks in. Riley Ott checks out for the Mastodons. Brianna Lake and Kamira Burks check in for the Flames. Burks, a 5'8 freshman from Chicago. Lake, a 5'7 junior from Elk Grove, California. Lake, and again they try to get it inside, a tie-up. Possession arrow pointing towards Purdue Fort Wayne with 5:32 left in this first quarter. So we will go from right to left in this sequence. Nichols goes left wing to Albrecht. Hannah being double teamed, looks for help. Tosses it away on the floor, and there'll be another scrum, and there'll be another jump ball. And this time it'll go to UIC. 5:14 now, time remaining in quarter number 1. Purdue Fort Wayne 6, Illinois Chicago nothing. Brianna Lake brings it over midcourt, picked up by Loppin Cooper, and now they go left side. Lampley, skip pass. Lake drives, cuts it off. Pass intended for Neji. Reach-in foul is going to be called on Michelle Nichols. Her first, team third, and we have a timeout on the floor. 4 minutes and 58 seconds left here in our opening quarter. Our score, Purdue Fort Wayne 6, Illinois Chicago nothing. Let's take a timeout as from Monty Ball Court. This is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball on YouTube.
Life is busy enough. And when you add finding a doctor, it can be overwhelming. Lutheran Health Network now makes it possible to find a doctor with just one phone call to 844-LHN-DOCS. One call lets you schedule an appointment with one of more than 50 primary care providers in our network. Just call 844-LHN-DOCS. Finding a doctor with just one call? That's life, powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Health Network includes physician-owned hospitals.
Amidst the roar of some 1,300 school children that are out of school right now, we welcome you back here to Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball. 4:58 left here in the first quarter. It's the Mastodons on top of the Flames of UIC 6-0. Purdue Fort Wayne 2 of 8 from the floor. UIC 0 of 3 from the floor. It'll be UIC ball underneath their own basket. Brianna Lake gets the ball into play. Burks way out top. Now driving, shooting, and missing is Kamira Burks, but offensive rebound. The putback no good by Neji, and we got a whistle underneath, and it's going to go the other way. Foul on Kamira Burks, her first, team second. Comes with 4:39 left here in the quarter. Mastodons will bring the ball up the floor from right to left. Riley Ott back in the lineup for the Mastodons. Gives it to Nichols, back to Ott. Albrecht near steal. Oh, Ott, pull-up jumper. Off the rim, no. Fight for the rebound, Nichols gets it. Kicks it back out to Sellers, who hands it to Riley Ott. 15 on the shot clock. Nichols attacks, kicks it off for Ott, gets it to Albrecht. 7 on the clock, three-point shot, in and out, no. Nice steal by Ott. She attacks, shoots, scores, and there's a foul. Tenacity on the boards. And it pays off with a steal and a basket for Riley Ott. As you get a look at the replay, drives to the lane and gets the friendly kiss off the glass. The foul was on Burks, her second, team third. Riley out at the line, trying to complete a three-point play, and she does. Riley has 5 points, Hannah Albrecht has 4. Nobody else on the floor has scored yet as Ellie Dykstra, the sophomore from Michigan, checks into the Purdue Fort Wayne lineup. Going baseline, missing. The shot was Jalissa Presswood, who just checked in, and now we have a whistle. Brad Maxey going to the scorer's table. Question whether or not the ball hit the rim or not. Lake will inbound it in front of the Purdue Fort Wayne bench to Amira Coles, who's in the ball game. Back to Lake. Try to go down low. Kick back. 3 on the way, no good by Coles. Here comes the Mastodons. Albrecht, Ott. DeSanders triple team fouled as she goes up for the shot. Chateau gets a couple of freebies. Foul is on Jada Neji, her first, team fourth. So Shatoya Sanders, who was 7 of 10 from the free throw line 2 nights ago, getting her first 2 free throw opportunities today. Shelby Case will check in. Neji checks out. Last year, Shatoya Sanders was a 53% free throw shooter. First one, good. Her first point of the ball game. A 10-0 Mastodon lead with 3:22 left here in the first quarter. Second free throw, no good. Case with the rebound. And here comes Lake. Gets it to Presswood. Back to Brianna Lake. Tries to get past Riley Ott. They're going to count the bucket. No, before the shot, Riley Ott picks up the foul. Her first, team fourth. So both teams have committed 4 team fouls in just under 7 minutes of playing. Kenna Jackson inbounding for UIC. It's at the calls. Back to Jackson. Now they go left side. Pull-up jumper, no good by Presswood. Shot blocked. Out of bounds. It'll stay with the Flames. 2:53 on the first quarter game clock. 18 seconds on the 30-second shot clock. Jackson. Looking, and throws it away. Jazzy Hughes up the left side of the floor, forcing up a shot and bouncing it off the glass and in. 12-0 Mastodons. Timeout called by UIC with 2:42 remaining here in this opening quarter. Flames are snake bit, have not been able to score yet. Hughes going through 3 Flames, keeping her wits about her, not traveling, and banking it off the glass for a 2-point field goal. Jazzy Hughes, by the way, is a 6-foot junior out of Tucson, Arizona, who had 10 points and 4 rebounds against Purdue Northwest a little over 40 hours ago. It's Hughes, Riley Ott, Hannah Albrecht, Shayla Sellers, Anna Lappencooper on the floor for Purdue Fort Wayne, Shelby Case, Amira Coles, Jalissa Presswood, Brianna Lake. Jackson with the ball for UIC. A steal by Lappencooper. Anna drives the lane, misses the shot, but draws the foul, I believe. Rachel Rayford says yes. Foul is on Jackson. Her first, team fifth. So 2 free throws coming for Lappin Cooper, who was 2 for 2 at the line against Purdue Northwest. And Jinkster, first free throw, no good here today. Last year, Lappin Cooper was a 65% free throw shooter. Southpaw from Rhein, Germany. Misses the second one as well, rebounded by Coles. 2:27 to go in the quarter. 12-0, Purdue Fort Wayne on top. Illinois Chicago trying to find a bucket somewhere, and now we've got a whistle and a foul. Foul is on Shayla Sellers, her first, but team foul number 5, so that will send the Flames to the free throw line with 2:22 remaining. And it'll be Tiana Jackson at the line. Left-hand free throw is no good. School kids stomping. I love it. One more free throw coming for Jackson. That one is good at the 2:22 mark. UIC finally on the board. Now trailing 12-1. They will put on immediate full court man-to-man pressure. Lappin Cooper can run the baseline. Gets it to Hughes. Back to Lappin Cooper up the left side to Albrecht. Hannah double teamed. Maintains control. Now goes to Lappin Cooper. Left side three. Oh! They're going to call on him for a stutter step. Take away the three-point field goal. Well, each team has had a three-point field goal taken away by a travel. UIC will inbound it with 2:11 left now in the quarter. 12-1 our score. Purdue Fort Wayne on top. Game number 2 for the Mastodons. Game number 1 for the UIC Flames. Shelby Case, did she travel or did she get fouled? She traveled with the basketball. Already UIC with 9 turnovers in this game. Lappin Cooper trying to get it in. Gets to the Sanders, back to Anna. Now ahead to Albrecht on the right corner, and it's too long. Turnover number 5 on Purdue Fort Wayne. UIC gets it back with 1:55 left in the quarter. Michelle Nichols checks in for Anna Lappin Cooper. And Kiera Thompson will check back in for UIC. Lake, watched by Ott. Goes high post to Coles. Drives, shoots, misses, and we got a foul. Foul is on Shatoya Sanders, her second. So she will head back to the bench with 1 point and 2 fouls. Shayla Sellers back in. And Amira Coles makes the first of 2 free throws. Makes our score 12-2. Next one. No good. Rebounded by Lappin Cooper. Oh my God. What did they call? A violation? If they're calling a jump ball position, they're pointing towards Fort Wayne. Purdue Fort Wayne. If they're calling it a violation, a traveling violation, and then it would go back to UIC. Well, Flames get the basketball. Thompson drives the left side, has it partially blocked by Loppencooper. Here's Ott, back the other way. Nichols. Loppencooper on the perimeter to Ott, back to Nichols. 14 on the shot clock. Nichols wants to go baseline. Too strong off the glass. Ott fights for the rebound. It's on the floor. Picked up by Shelby Case. Here's a steal by Shayla Sellers. Less than a minute remains here in the first quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne on top 12-2. Nichols to Albrecht. Left side, Sellers. Albrecht. 8 on the shot clock. Nichols long distance, and it's a long 2. Michelle Nichols with her first points. Down to 32 seconds. 14-2. Mastodons on top. Lake. Coles looking for somebody in the block. Shot no good. Albrecht with the rebound. 15 seconds ahead to Loppencooper. 1-on-4. Anna loses it. Scrum on the floor. Picked up by Ott. Ott drives, shoots, misses. Nichols tried for the board, off her hands, out of bounds. It goes to UIC with 2.7 seconds left in the period. Momentary delay. Riley Ott tying the shoelace on her left shoe. Now we go. Coles the inbound. Lampley beyond midcourt. Off the glass, off the rim, no good. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end. An exciting quarter if you are especially a Mastodon fan. Purdue Fort Wayne scored the first 12 points of the quarter. And after one period of play, they lead UIC 14-2. Period 2 coming up next, as this is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball on YouTube.
In its fourth decade, the Summit League continues its ascent through excellence in the classroom and success in the field of play. In cities big and small, at public and private universities, more than 120,000 students across 9 institutions reach for the summit. From academic All-Americans to NCAA champions and nationally ranked teams, Summit League student athletes achieve the pinnacle of success. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders reach the summit today.
Welcome back, everybody, to Arnie Ball Court here inside the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of Purdue Fort Wayne University. First quarter in the books. Purdue Fort Wayne outscoring Illinois Chicago 14-2. Mastodons 5 of 15 from the floor, 1 of 5 from three-point range, just 3 of 7 from the foul line. Meanwhile, UIC 0 of 8 from the floor. Did not attempt the three-point field goal, and 2 of 4 at the charity stripe. Mastodon basketball. Loppencooper, Ott, Sellers, Nichols, and who is the fifth? There's Hannah Albrecht. And UIC will counter with Coles. Shelby Case, Brianna Lake. Get you the other two in a moment. Loppencooper top of the key to Albrecht. They work the perimeter. Nichols now with it. 15 on the clock. Michelle drives, kicks it off on the left side. 3 on the way by Sellers, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Shelby Case. Gave it first to Thompson. Now with the basketball is Brianna Lake. Thompson down low to Coles. Has it knocked out of her hands, and they're going to call foul on Purdue Fort Wayne. Foul is on Hannah Albrecht. Her first, team first. And they're going to call it a shooting foul as Amira Coles goes to the free throw line. First of two is good. And Mira now with 2 points. Second free throw good as well. Ellie Dykstra checks in. Shayla Sellers checks out. And UIC again goes to full court man-to-man pressure. Ott over midcourt past Alapin Cooper. Back to the freshman from LaPorte, Riley Ott. Now they go to the right side for Purdue Fort Wayne, willing to work on the perimeter. Nichols launching a step-back jumper off the iron, no good. Ott tries to get the rebound, but it's off her fingertips out of bounds. And it goes over to UIC. 9:01 left here in the second quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne 14, UIC 4. Brianna Lake brings it up the right side, now wants to attack. Has a shot almost blocked by Dykstra, but they're going to call Ellie for a foul. Her first, team second. And that will send Brianna Lake to the free throw line. Last year, Lake was a 67% free throw shooter. First one here is good. Flames are 3 of 3 from the foul line early on in this second quarter. Next free throw, around the rim and out, no good. The freshman Shayla Sellers clears the boards. 8:43 left here in the second quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne on top of UIC, 14-5. Albrecht hands it off to Ott. Riley lost it for a moment, now picks it back up. Lopin Cooper, left side three, swishes the cords. Lopin Cooper with her first field goal of the season. And it's 17-5, Mastodons on top. Lake goes left side to Lampley, who's back in the ball game. Back on the right side to Lake, drive, shoots, misses. Hannah Albrecht with the rebound. She'll bring it up the floor herself, crossing midcourt with 8 minutes to go and a half. 17-5, Purdue Fort Wayne on top. Lopin Cooper, not far from where she made a bucket a moment ago, gives it to Albrecht, back to Lopin Cooper. 10 on the shot clock. Ott's going to drive, shoot, miss. Fights for the rebound. It's picked up instead by Kiera Thompson. She tries to go coast to coast, misses the shot, draws the foul. It'll be a foul on Anna Lopin Cooper. Her second, team third. And right now it looks like Tasha Pointer told her team at the quarter break, attack, attack, and attack some more. Jazzy Hughes will check in. Lopin Cooper with 3 points, but 2 personal fouls, checks out. And Kiera Thompson at the foul line. Thompson, a 5'7" junior from Merrillville. And the former Pirate misses the first of 2. Last year, Thompson scored just over 6 points a game. He's 60% free throw shooter. Free throw number 2 on the way. And that is no good. Hannah Albrecht another rebound. 7.5 minutes left until intermission. Macedon 17, Flames 5. Inside to Dykstra. Misses the shot. She was double teamed at the last moment. Tiana Jackson dribbles to the right. Thompson left side 3, no. Hannah Albrecht another rebound on the run. Holding up now. Ott has it at the 7-minute mark. Hughes. Again, Purdue Fort Wayne working it on the perimeter. Ott. Jumper, in and out, no. Hughes rebound, put back, no. Fight for the loose ball. Scrum on the floor. Oh, good hustle by Dykstra. Riley Ott misses. An offensive rebound by Dykstra. And the Macedons maintain the possession. 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Now Albrecht is fouled. And the foul is going to be on Tiana Jackson, her second. First team foul in the quarter on UIC. Michelle Nichols in, Ellie Dykstra out. Sheila Sowers checked in as well. Nichols to inbound it. Ott loses it, picks it up. Gets it back from Sellers. 12 on the shot clock. Sellers, they go left side, Nichols. Double team. 5 on the shot clock. Nichols is going to drive. Dishes it off. Ott, jumper, arching jumper, no. Put back, yes, by Michelle Nichols. Nichols with her second bucket. 19-5, Purdue Fort Wayne on top. Less than 6 minutes remain here in the second quarter. Right side jumper by Shelby Case, no good. Macedon's doing a great job of clearing the boards. Errant pass, however, from Ott, intended for Sellers, ends up in the Flame bench. 6th turnover on Purdue Fort Wayne. So with 5:40 to go, UIC brings the ball up the floor, trailing 19-5. Missing a shot was Burks. Here come the Mastodons. Nichols top of the key. Hot. Long jumper. Hit the clock up top above the basket. We'll turn the ball over to UIC with 5:13 left in the quarter. Kiera Thompson hustles to the scorer's table and checks in for Shelby Case. Jackson brings it up over midcourt, dribbles up the right side, picked up by Sellers. Now they go left side. And a foul underneath. Thompson tried to go baseline. Was fouled by Jazzy Hughes. Her first, team fourth, and we have a timeout on the floor. 4:59 left here in the first half. Our score, Purdue Fort Wayne 19, Illinois Chicago 5. This is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball on YouTube.
When you need an ER, where do you turn? At Lutheran Health Network, we are ER. We are here for you with 8 convenient hospital locations throughout the region. We are the only area ER with online check-in. Save your spot in line online. To learn more, visit lutheranhealth.net/weareer. Patients are seen in order of severity, therefore your spot may not be guaranteed. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911.
Back here inside the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, Purdue Fort Wayne leading Illinois Chicago 19-5 with 4 minutes and 59 seconds left in the first half. Macedons outscored UIC 14-2 in the first. They've outscored the Flames 5-3 so far here in the second. UIC with the basketball. Lampley drives, scores, and draws the foul. Foul is on Riley Ott. That is her second. Team fifth. And Purdue Fort Wayne slowly getting themselves into some foul trouble. Tyler Lampley made the first field goal of the day for UIC, and now she'll try to complete a three-point play. Mentioned Lampley scored just over 7.5 points a game last year, and she does make the free throw. And that makes her score 19-8. Macedon's on top. Hughes, right side. Nichols for three. Off the iron, no. Dykstra, an offensive rebound. A fresh 20 for Purdue Fort Wayne. Michelle Nichols being hounded by Jackson. Now to Albrecht. 7 on the shot clock. Hannah's got to do some moving. Nichols, right side three. That's good. Michelle Nichols, 5 points in the second quarter, 7 in the ball game. And it's 22-8. Mastodon's on top. 4:06 left here in the second quarter. Lampley wants to go baseline, reverse layup. No, we got a foul. And it's going to be a player control foul on Jada Neji. Her second. Team second. So Purdue Fort Wayne goes from right to left. Albrecht double team, looking for help, and she draws a foul. And the foul is going to be called on Jackson, and that is her third. Team third in the quarter. And we'll see how long head coach Tasha Pointer keeps. Well, we got our answer. Hannah Jackson heads to the bench with those 3 personal fouls. Albrecht being watched now by Lake. It looks like UIC wants to trap. Nichols loses the ball. And what do we got? Foul on Thompson? No. It'll be Purdue Fort Wayne basketball. No foul called, evidently. Albrecht. Hughes. Albrecht on the right side. Hannah attacks, skips it off left side. Nichols, left side three. Yes, again. Back-to-back triples for Michelle Nichols. She's in double figures now with 10 points. 17-point lead for Purdue Fort Wayne, 25-8, 3:10 left here in the second quarter. Jackson, I take that back, Lampley. To Lake. Lake tied up by Sellers. Nice move by Shayla Sellers, forcing a jump ball. And they say the possession arrow favors UIC at the 2:59 mark. Lampley loses it to Albrecht. Turnover number 13 on the Flames. 2:46 to go here in quarter number 2. Macedon's 25, Flames 8. 15 on the shot clock. Hannah Albrecht being watched by Burks. Kicks it off. Nichols, another right side three, and she's fouled. Didn't hit the shot, but she gets not 1, not 2, but 3 free throws. And let's see who they call the foul on. They're going to call the foul, yeah. Foul evidently on Thompson. First free throw is good. What a first half, what a second quarter for Michelle Nichols. She has 10 points in this quarter, 12 points in the game, and now she's trying for a baker's dozen. Trying to convert 3 successive free throws. And she does. And timeout called by Niecy Nelson at the 2:32 mark. to set up some defense. Right now, Purdue Fort Wayne just 9 of 29 from the floor, but 4 of those 9 field goals that are made are three-pointers, 4 of 11 from behind the arc, 6 of 10 at the free throw line. Nichols with 13 points. Riley out on the bench with 5. 4 for Hannah Albrecht. They all came in the first quarter. UIC 1 of 13 from the floor, 0 for 1 from three-point range, and 6 of 11 at the free throw line. Brianna Lake with the basketball for UIC in front of us. Passing it to Burks. Pass inside, knocked away by Sellers. Give it off to Albrecht. 2:10 left to go in the half. 28-8, Purdue Fort Wayne on top of UIC. Albrecht, they go left side. Jazzy Hughes on the perimeter to Nichols. 8 on the shot clock. And they're going to call Nichols using the forearm to create some space. Michelle's second. They're over the limit, but because it was a player control foul, it'll just be possession for the Flames. Nichols will sit down. Ellie Dykstra checks back in. 1:50 and counting time left in the quarter. Burks, left side to Thompson. Thompson into the block, turnaround shot, no good by Neji. And here comes Purdue Fort Wayne. 90 seconds left in the first half. They're on top 28-8. Loppin Cooper. Jazzy misses. Sellers, the offensive rebound. The putback no good, but she is fouled. Foul's going to be on Kamira Burks. That is, I believe, her third. Team fourth. And Shayla Sellers misses the first of 2 free throws. Here comes the second, and that's good. 29-8. Macedon's on top. 1:18 left here in the second quarter. On the left wing is Thompson. Thompson wants to go baseline. Cut off pass. Oh, deflected by Loppin Cooper. Stolen. Oh, they're going to say Anna somehow had a toe on a line. So the ball stays with UIC as Jalissa Presswood will check in. Kiara Thompson checks out. 1:02 left in this quarter. 29-8, Macedon's on top. Oh, one nice block by Hughes. As Neji was driving to the basket. Top of the key, Presswood for 3, off the iron, no good. Dykstra clears the boards. 48 seconds left in the half. Purdue Fort Wayne 29, Illinois Chicago 8. 40 seconds. Hannah Albrecht trying to find some space. 12 on the shot clock. Loppin Cooper's a southpaw. Back to Albrecht, 5 on the clock. Hannah spins, she's got to do something. Forces a shot up, no good. Rebounded by Sellers. And Purdue Fort Wayne can play for the last shot. 12 seconds. 10 seconds. Loppin Cooper kicks it into the corner. Sellers for 3, off the rim, no. Loose ball, Dykstra has a shot knocked out of bounds with 0.5 seconds left in the half. A quick catch and shoot pass opportunity for Purdue Fort Wayne. Hannah Albrecht will inbound. Hughes forces it up, no good, and that's how the half comes to an end. Players heading into their respective locker rooms. In the second quarter, Purdue-Fort Wayne outscored UIC 15-7. So that makes our halftime score Mastodons 29, 15-6 rather, and the UIC Flames 8. Coming up, the Lutheran Health Network halftime report coming out of the break. You'll hear a conversation with fourth-year head coach Niecy Nelson. Again, our score at halftime, Purdue-Fort Wayne 29, Illinois-Chicago 8. From Ernie Ball Court here inside the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, this is Purdue-Fort Wayne women's basketball on YouTube.
An illness or injury that can't wait? Turn to ReadyMed. We're ready when your day doesn't go quite as planned, with convenient hours, 7 days a week. We offer after-hours appointments as well as x-ray and lab services in each of our convenient area locations. From minor accidents and injuries to fevers and flus, we're ready. To learn more, check wait times and save your spot in line. Visit ReadyMed.com. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911 or go to the nearest emergency department as soon as possible.
In its fourth decade, the Summit League continues its ascent through excellence in the classroom and success in the field of play. In cities big and small, at public and private universities, more than 120,000 students across 9 institutions reach for the summit. From academic All-Americans to NCAA champions and nationally ranked teams, Summit League student athletes achieve the pinnacle of success. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders reach the summit today.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Lutheran Health Network halftime report. Mastodons taking on the Flames from Illinois-Chicago in Game 2 of this 2019-2020 season. It's a morning affair, if you will, and we get a chance to chat once again with Mastodon head coach Niecy Nelson. And Niecy, you got the season off to a nice, positive, happy start two nights ago. A 73-50 win over Purdue Northwest. Early thoughts on that contest?
Again, I was just excited about the energy that we brought and came out with. Our defensive intensity was on point. We had really good breakout performances by our freshmen. Everybody looked comfortable in our offense and defense. Shatoya was ready to go and got to record some minutes where, it was a race against time with her, getting her back for some of these games. So just excited all the way around.
You went 8 players deep with what you could play, and you and I talked after the game briefly about the fact that the minute distribution between 16 and 37 minutes for the 8 players. And so you got to move everyone in, everyone got to play, everyone got a little bit of a rest.
Yeah, it was really good because we are going to be rotating these 8 players, and for them to step up and play the minutes that they did and contribute positivity through that time period was great. Everybody contributed in the points column, and like I said, the energy is what we're really stressing and trying to build that team chemistry early.
You led in just about every statistical category. One question I'm going to ask you, and one thing that taught me, very quickly, you outscored the Pride in each and every quarter. Is that one of the goals you hope to accomplish this year, at least as a target goal?
Yeah, that's scoring and defense combined. We want to hold each team to a certain amount of points for the game, period, but also hold them to a certain shooting percentage. With Purdue Northwest, they came in with some three-point shooters, and we held them 3 of 16 from the three-point line. So there is an emphasis both on the defensive and offensive side, but yes, that is definitely a goal.
4 players played their first game as a Mastodon. 4 players played who have been here before. If you can, talk about the mixture that you're going to have this year between the returning players and the newcomers.
I'll start with our point guard, Riley Ott. After the game, a lot of people commented from the crowd, man, she doesn't even play like a freshman, which is great. Since the summer, we've been building her up and trying to prepare her for all of the minutes that she's going to play. But not only that, she has to step into a leadership role because she's an extension of myself on the floor. So she has to be the floor general right away. And not only does she have to manage her freshman jitters, but she also has to manage all 5 people on the floor. So for her to come out and score 18 points, and I thought she really controlled the tempo of the game by pushing the ball up in transition. So we got what we wanted out of her, and she'll only continue to get better. Then you move into Shayla Feller, so I'll just stay with the freshman. But Shayla is automatic defensive intensity for us. She got a little bit excited there in that first quarter, picking up 2 fouls, so she had to sit the rest of the half. But she came back in and figured out how to manage that defensive intensity to keep people in front without putting hands on. So really excited about her. And not only that, she came in with an offensive confidence as well. She was 2 of 4 from the 3-point line, and one of her attacks from the outside was absolutely amazing. So really excited about her as well. I'll go next with Jazzy Hughes. This is a junior college transfer from Arizona. And Jazzy played with a lot of confidence as well. That has been probably the most confident that we've seen from her since the summer. And that's what you want to build up to. When those lights go on and it's the first game, you want to know that you've prepared them for not only the offensive end but the defensive end as well. And she stepped up. She was 4 or 5 shooting from the field and gave us good defensive intensity as well. Lastly, for the newcomers is Michelle Nichols. She's a transfer from LaSalle. And same thing with her. She's getting acclimated to the new style of play. She's getting acclimated to her new role. We moved her from her natural position, which is a wing spot, into our trail spot. But, in a motion offense, with 4 out, 1 in type of mentality, anybody can play any spot. So we used her size and her strength, and she stepped up well as well. Then you go to our returners, and wow, did Anna Lapham-Cooper set the tone on the defensive end. She hounded the ball 94 feet for the entire game, rarely coming out. I think she recorded 36 minutes on the game. And, when you expend that much defensive energy, obviously her offensive output doesn't show on the stat sheet, but what she did defensively really set the tone for the game as well. Then we go to Hannah Albrecht, another one that recorded 34 minutes, 4 of 9 shooting for the game. She's still getting comfortable, I think, with this flowing motion and pushing the ball in transition. So we will see her offensive output increase as the year goes. But she gives us leadership on the floor as well. We'll move into Ellie Dykstra. I think this was, for us, a really nice start for her. She's really, really long. We want her to use her length on the defensive end. And then when she had the opportunity, she did get her looks at the basket too. So we'll continue to see her minutes go up and her aggressiveness on the offensive end increase. Last but not least, Shatoya Sanders. Again, we talked about her coming back from injury, so this was a great game to test her endurance. I think she, for the 19 minutes that she played, got up and down the floor really well. She has a defensive presence that is unmatched for us. She helps, like I said, from different spots on the floor, maybe sometimes that she's not supposed to. But, man, she recorded a double-double for us and had 3 blocks in that 19 minutes. We ended up sitting her for a lot of that fourth quarter just to rest her a little bit. But hopefully she brings that again tonight.
A really nice win to get the season started. Today is game 2. And I was going to ask you this before we started our chat. In football, they say a lot of times a team improves most from game 1 to game 2. You're taking on Illinois Chicago today, a team that has struggled. They've got a second-year head coach. Do you feel and hope that the performance today will be what you're looking for, much more improvements in game 2 as from game 1?
Yes, I hope that our defensive intensity carries over. I hope that our energy, the way we started the game the other night, I hope that carries over. And then the other part of that, the growth that you want to see that the composure carries over into today. We could see some full court pressure. They are in an 8-man rotation just like us, so they'll pick and choose when the pressure. And then also making sure that we continue to build that chemistry and confidence as a team is really big for us. I expect to see some zone tonight, so hopefully our shooters step up and, again, with that composure and confidence, step up and hit some shots for us. And then, again, the defensive intensity takes over, and hopefully we get some easy transition buckets as well.
Finally, this is a huge day. It's going to be probably the biggest crowd of the year here, at least at the Gates Center. Over 1,300 school kids coming to watch, and I know there's going to be a lot of noise. But your thoughts on having this school day? This is the 4th one that you've been involved in.
Yeah, this is one of the coolest days of the year. You know, it's an early tip, so that our players have to wake up and just show up to the gym, which I bet they love. And then to play in front of all of those screaming fans is just amazing. We talked about yesterday having the 6-man effect and really feeding off of that energy, because from the tip-off, even before the tip-off, those kids stand up and scream and yell and dance and cheer, and it doesn't stop for 40 minutes. So, again, we're really excited to see what that energy brings to the gym and our performance.
Again, congratulations on the season opening win over Purdue Northwest. Good luck today against UIC, and we'll talk to you Tuesday night before the Ball State game.
All right, thank you very much. And I do want to send a shout-out to all of our administration and marketing department for putting this together. Again, it's going to be something special today.
Head Coach Niecy Nelson and her thoughts here on the Lutheran Health Network halftime report. We'll take a break and come back with more Mastodon Women's basketball in a moment here on YouTube.
When you need an ER, where do you turn? At Lutheran Health Network, we are ER. We are here for you with 8 convenient hospital locations throughout the region. We are the only area ER with online check-in. Save your spot in line online. To learn more, visit lutheranhealth.net/weareer. Patients are seen in order of severity, therefore your spot may not be guaranteed. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911.
Welcome back, everybody, to a noisy, and I mean noisy, Arnie Ball Court here inside the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. I'm Mike Maz. It is halftime of our matchup between the Purdue-Fort Wayne Mastodons and the Illinois-Chicago Flames, and it's been all Purdue-Fort Wayne thus far. Mastodons jumped out to a 12-0 lead to start the game. They led after one quarter, 14-2. They lead at halftime 29-8. And here are the numbers after 20 minutes of play. Purdue-Fort Wayne, 9 of 33 from the floor for 27+%. 4 of 12 from three-point range for 33%. 7 of 12 at the foul line for just over 58%. They are led in scoring by Michelle Nichols. Again, Michelle is a 5'10 junior out of Philadelphia, and she scored 11 of her 13 points in the second quarter. 5 points for Riley Ott, who had to sit out the last almost 5 minutes because she picked up her second personal foul, but she has 5 points. 4 points for Hannah Albrecht. They were the first 4 points of the game, a 3-point field goal and a subsequent free throw. 3 points for Anna Loppencooper. 2 points for Jazzy Hughes, and 1 point apiece for Shatoya Sanders and Shayla Sellers. for UIC. They were just 1 of 16 from the floor. Kamira Burks made a field goal with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the second quarter for what right now is the only made field goal for the Flames. They were 0 of 2 from three-point range, 6 of 11 at the foul line. Amira Coles with 3 points. They all came from the foul line. 2 points from Kamira Burks, 1 point from Tyler Lampley, 1 point from Tiana Jackson, and 1 point from Aubriana Lake. Rebounding, favoring the Macedons 26-17. Hannah Albrecht leading the way with 8 boards. Assist, 5-0 in favor of Purdue Fort Wayne. We'll get you some more numbers momentarily, but we're ready for some basketball. On a Lappin Cooper will inbound the ball to Riley Ott. Mastodon's now going from left to right for the remainder of the game, and they have their starting lineup in the game, and that is Ott, Albrecht, Lappin Cooper, Sanders, and Sellers, and a 3-second call. I'm not sure if it was called on, I believe it was on Shayla Sowers, the freshman. So here come the Flames. Tiana Jackson, Shelby Case. And shot up and in. Make it 29-10. Lappin Cooper's 3, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds to UIC. They've got Thompson, Lampley, we mentioned Case, Jackson, who has the ball right now, and Neji. 3-point shot, good by Thompson. And a timeout called quickly by Purdue Fort Wayne at the 9:03 mark. AC Nelson did not like seeing that happen. It's the 30 in the books. It's a full time because it's the first called timeout in the second half. But let's by the way, it was Jackson who made that first field goal. So she now has 3 points. Again, this is the 8th annual fitness day for elementary schools here in the Fort Wayne area. We were told that there were over 1,300 RSVPs. And boy, you look at this crowd, and they have made more noise in this place than I have heard in a long, long time. And I'm fortunate enough to be celebrating my 25th year broadcasting Mastodon Athletics. But this place is rocking with kids, and they're having a whale of a good time. Players back on the floor, and UIC immediately goes to full court pressure. Lappin Cooper gets the ball into Ott. Ott being watched by Thompson, loses the ball, gets it back, gets it to Albrecht, gets it to Lappin Cooper. Does she get over the 10-second line? No! She draws a foul by Jackson, and that is personal foul number 4 on Tiana Jackson. First team foul of the quarter on UIC, but Jackson has to sit down, and Purdue Fort Wayne got a break. Aubriana Lake, by the way, checks in. Ott wants to drive off the iron, no. Sanders put back, blocked by Neji. UIC must have gotten a stern talking to in the locker room at halftime. They have come out and scored the first 5 points of the third quarter. Shot and miss there. Sanders with the rebound ahead to Ott. 8:20 left in quarter number 3. Mastodons 29, Flames 13. Nichols to Albrecht, drives the lane underneath the Sanders. Gets the bucket. First field goal for Shatoya Sanders today. She has 3 points. Could not have come at a better time. Turnaround jumper good by Neji. Jada Neji with her first points. And it's 31-15. UIC on a 7-2 run to start the quarter. Sanders no good. Shelby Case with the rebound. Momentum favoring UIC right now. They bring the ball up the left side of the floor. Go inside. And a foul going to be called on Sanders. And that's number 3 on Shatoya. Comes with 7 minutes and 24 seconds left in the third quarter. She will head back to the bench. Jazzy Hughes checks in. Meanwhile, Jada Neji goes to the free throw line to shoot 2. Again, UIC with a very young team, as does Purdue Fort Wayne. First free throw, no good. Over half of the roster is underclassmen this year for UIC. Second free throw is good. 1 of 2 at the line for Neji. She has 3 points, all coming in this third quarter. And it's 31-16. Here comes Riley Ott, wants to go coast to coast, has her shot blocked by Lake. Back comes the Flames. And, ooh! Giving it the all-out effort. I mean, all-out effort was Tyler Lampley. She dove over the UIC bench trying to pick up that loose ball. It is a Flame turnover, and the Mastodons get it back now with 7:04 remaining third quarter. It is Purdue Fort Wayne 31, Illinois Chicago 16. Out to the top of the key. Now to Hughes back to Ott. On the perimeter, Nichols for 3 off the back of the rim, no good. Ott tried to run it down and she could not. The ball goes over to the Flames with 6:44 left in the third quarter. Walking it up the floor is Aubriana Lake. Met at midcourt by Loppencooper. Attacking, shooting, missing is Burks. Put back, no. Nichols fights for the rebound. And a foul's going to be called on Neji. And that is personal foul number 4. Team foul number 2. So the Flames going to have to sit 2 of their big guns down. As Amira Coles checks in. And Jada Neji with 4 fouls checks out. Nichols, lob pass inside for Hughes. Misses the shot, but will draw the foul. Foul's going to be on Coles. Her first. Team third. Jazzy Hughes, who had 10 points on Tuesday night, misses the first free throw. She does get one more. Well, that one is good. Hughes now with 3 points. 32-16. Purdue Fort Wayne on top. 6:08 left third quarter. Illinois Chicago wearing the traveling black uniforms with red trim and white numbers with the basketball. Lampley watched by Ott. Going to the corner. Thompson for 3. Yes. Kiera Thompson, her second three-point field goal of the quarter. And now a turnover on Purdue Fort Wayne. This is not what Niecy Nelson wanted to see from her team coming out of the locker room. Lake on the right side. Top of the key three. In and out. No by Coles. Offensive rebound Thompson. Fresh 20 for UIC. Lampley. The Thompson wants to go off baseline. Shot no good, but she is fouled and she'll shoot two. Foul evidently is on Hannah Albrecht. It is her second. Team second. And at the line is Kiera Thompson. She was 0 for 2 in the first half from the foul line. Now getting two more opportunities here in the third. Albrecht will check out. You've got Nichols, Loppencooper, Ott, Sellers, Sanders on the floor for Purdue Fort Wayne. Kiera Thompson's first free throw. Off the rim, off the glass, off the rim and in. She now has 7 points, all coming in this third period of play. It is 32-20. 32-21 as the next free throw is good. Sanders out. Let's see who is in. Nichols. Ott. Okay. Hannah Albrecht evidently did not get to the scorer's table in time, we think, or did she? And right now we've got our officials getting together. Again, today's officials, Brad Maxey, Todd Moisner, and Rachel Rayford. And now, I guess we're ready to go. Albrecht cannot come into the next dead ball, so she's at the scorer's table. Riley Ott, the freshman from LaPorte, will bring it up over midcourt. UIC looks like they're in a matchup zone. Sellers on the right wing. Nichols back to Ott, 14 on the shot clock. Nichols to Ott, 10 on the clock. Sellers from the right side, in and out, no. Whistle underneath, and who are they going to call the foul on? Foul's going to be on Shelby Case, her first, team fourth. 5:05 left here in the third quarter. It was 29-8 at halftime. It is now 32-21. And Albrecht inbounded underneath the Mastodon basket. Looking, kicks it back out to Ott. Nichols. Loppencooper, 12 on the shot clock. Nichols, Loppencooper, 8 on the clock. Anna's going to have to drive. Tries to force up a shot. And it's knocked out of bounds. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. And a media timeout being called. That will give Niecy Nelson and her staff a little more time to try to figure out a play with just 5 seconds left on the shot clock. A break in the action. Macedon's 32, Flames 21. From the city of Fort Wayne, this is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball on YouTube.
Non-invasive test that can allow for early detection and intervention of coronary artery disease. It's simple, takes about 30 minutes, and costs just $50. Don't wait. Schedule today at one of 7 convenient Lutheran Health Network locations. No referral necessary. To learn more and determine your eligibility, visit lutheranhealth.net/cardiorisk. That's life, powered by Lutheran.
Welcome back, everybody, to Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball. I'm Mike Maz. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne on top of visiting Illinois Chicago, 32-21. Macedons have 5 seconds to get a shot off. Nichols now pops it up off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Kiera Thompson, and here come the Flames. They were down 29-8 at the half. They're down 32-21 with 4:35 to go here in the third. Shelby Case, top of the key. Left wing pass to Kiera Thompson. She'll launch a three. Off the iron, no good. Fight for the rebound. There'll be a jump ball called. Sellers and Lappencooper nearly collided. And jumping in to get a hand on it was Lake. Possession will stay with Illinois Chicago. Now with 4:23 in the third quarter clock. And they have a fresh 30-second shot clock to work with. Now Brianna Lake inbounds the ball to Tyler Lampley. Lampley shoots from the left side, off the iron, no. Shataya Sanders with the rebound. To Riley Ott, the freshman point guard. Ott dribbles in, dribbles out, dribbles back, now passes to Albrecht. Inside Sanders! Off the glass, no! Put back! No! Oh my, 2 cracks at it. Neji held her ground, picked up the rebound. Ahead to Lake. Lake wants to drive. Ball knocked away by Ott. Picked up by Thompson. Her shot short. Put back by Neji, no good. And now a whistle stops play. That will allow a couple of substitutions. Amira Coles to come in for Shelby Case for UIC. Jazzy Hughes for Shataya Sanders for Purdue Fort Wayne. Inbounds pass to Neji. 7 on the shot clock. Down to 3, down to 2. Thompson for 3, yes. Oh my! Kiera Thompson's third three-pointer of the quarter. And all of a sudden, it's an 8-point game, 32-24. 3:10 left in the quarter. Inside pass for Jazzy Hughes, and Jazzy's fouled. Before she can get control to get the shot, foul's going to be on Tyler Lampley. And that is her first. It is the team 5th. So 2 free throws, coming for Jazzy Hughes, who is 1 for 2 so far today at the stripe. Looking for point number 4. No good. Ellie Dykstra at the scorer's table. 1 more free throw coming for Jazzy. And that one is good. So 1 and 2 at the stripe for Hughes. She checks out. Ellie Dykstra checks in. 33-24 Purdue Fort Wayne. 3:07 clock running here in the third quarter. Lake, top of the key to Neji. Now they go left side to Thompson. 13 on the shot clock. Lampley. Thompson launching a 3. No. Put back, yes, by Neji. She has 5 points all in this quarter. 33-26, the lead cut to 7. 2:32 left. Albrecht from the right corner, good for a long 2 for Hannah Albrecht. She has 6 points. 35-26, coming right back is Neji. And it's 35-28. Back and forth we go. Ott from the right side. Count it for 3. Riley Ott's first triple. 38-28 at the 2-minute mark. The lead back up to 10 for Purdue Fort Wayne. Lake with the ball for Illinois Chicago. On the right side, 3 on the way, no, but putting it back in is Neji. Left all alone underneath. and she is cleaning up right now. She scored the last 6 UIC points, an 8-point game, 38-30. 1:35 left in the quarter. Loppin Cooper inside for Hughes. Knocked away, ball picked up by Illinois Chicago, now loose. And inadvertently hit the leg and the foot of Hughes. And the ball goes to the Flames. Shatoya Sanders in, Michelle Nichols in. This game has gotten exciting, to say the least. 1:27 left in the quarter. Lampley gets it back to Lake. Lake will bring it up at midcourt, picked up by Loppin Cooper. 1:20 to go in the quarter. 38-30. Purdue Fort Wayne on top. Driving to the lane, shooting and missing was Coles. Offensive rebound, Lampley. Neji scores. Neji with 11 points all in this quarter. 38-32, 55 seconds left in the period. Loppin Cooper to Nichols. Inside left block, Sanders. Back out, Riley Ott. Loppin Cooper, top of the key, 3, in and out, no. Sanders, put back, yes! Shatoya Sanders, a huge offensive rebound and put back. 40-32, 32 seconds left in the quarter. Brianna Lake picked up by Loppin Cooper at midcourt. Lake wants to drive, cut off into the left corner. Lampley drives. Oh, she scores. Count the bucket. A touch foul going to be called on Shatoya Sanders. Her 4th. Team's 3rd. Count the bucket for Tyler Lampley. A chance for a 3-point play. A chance to close to within 5 points for Illinois Chicago. Free throw good. 6 points now for Lampley. Shot clock off. 15 seconds left in the quarter. 40-35. Mastodons with the lead in the basketball. Driving, scoring! Riley Ott, a huge bucket. 42-35, 2 seconds, 1 second. Ball knocked out of bounds, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. What a quarter for Illinois Chicago. They scored 27 points to 13 for Purdue Fort Wayne. Mastodons 42, Flames 35. 4th quarter coming up next as this is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball on YouTube.
When you need an ER, where do you turn? At Lutheran Health Network, we are ER. We are here for you with 8 convenient hospital locations throughout the region. We are the only area ER with online check-in. Save your spot in line online. To learn more, visit lutheranhealth.net/weareer. Patients are seen in order of severity, therefore your spot may not be guaranteed. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911.
Three quarters in the books, 1 quarter, and who knows, maybe more yet to be played. Purdue Fort Wayne, 42. Illinois Chicago, 35. Shelby Case, Jada Neji, Amira Coles, Brianna Lake, Kiera Thompson on the floor for UIC. Riley Ott, Shayla Sellers, Michelle Nichols, Hannah Albrecht. Now we got a ball knocked off a leg. It'll stay with Purdue Fort Wayne. 8 seconds into the quarter. Anna Loppencooper also on the floor. Riley Ott. Looks like UIC wants to trap. Gets the ball to, oh! Collision, no call. Nichols drives. Has it knocked away. Off Nichols to UIC. Again, Purdue Fort Wayne led 14-2 after 1, 29-8 after 2. Neji shot partially blocked, kicks it back, puts it up and in. Jada Neji had 11 points in the third quarter, now with 13. 42-37, 9:16 left. Nichols from downtown. Michelle Nichols, huge three-point field goal. 45-37, the lead back up to 8. 1 minute into the fourth quarter. Lake wants to drive, pull up at the foul line. Her shot around the rim and out. And unfortunately, Sellers and Albrecht were fighting each other for the rebound. It went out of bounds, and the Flames will keep it. With 20 seconds on the shot clock. Tiana Jackson, playing with 4 fouls, checks into the lineup, replacing Aubriana Lake. Jackson will inbound it. Top of the key, Thompson for 3, no! And the ball goes out of bounds to Purdue Fort Wayne. UIC now 3 of 10 from three-point range. Riley Ott to Albrecht on the wing, back to freshman Ott. Drives the left side, it's wide open! Ott off the glass and in. 47-37, the lead back up to 10 as Purdue Fort Wayne on a 5-0 run. Lampley loses it, here's Ott up the floor. 1-on-2, and she's fouled. Was it Thompson or is it Lampley? That's going to be the question. And the foul is on Kiara Thompson. That's her second. First team foul of the quarter on UIC. Hannah Albrecht, and now the whistle stops. Todd Moisner blows the whistle. Brad Maxey and Todd Moisner now joined by Rachel Rayford. Well, whatever the issue is, they've got it decided. Hannah Albrecht once again to inbound the basketball. 8:19 to go. In Nichols, baseline jumper, good. Michelle Nichols. 8 second half points. 49-37, 8:04 to go. Jackson watched by Loppencooper between the circles. Now she drives the right side, kicks it off into the corner. Lampley for 3, no! Rebound Ott. Up the floor, eyes looking ahead. Gets past 2 Flames, kicks it off to the left wing. Nichols for 3, in and out, no, and they're going to call traveling. On Purdue Fort Wayne. Turnover number 10. Make that 11. Kamira Burks checks in. Amira Coles checks out. 7:48 left here in the fourth quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne 49, Illinois Chicago 37. Tiana Jackson, 3 points, 4 fouls, up over midcourt. Watched by Anna Loppencooper. Bump, bump. Jackson drives, Jackson shoots, Jackson misses, but Jackson is fouled. Foul's going to be on Michelle Nichols, and that is her third. First team foul of the quarter on Purdue Fort Wayne. Comes with 7:36 remaining. And Tiana Jackson, who is 1 for 2 at the line so far today. 2 more opportunities here. First one is good. 49-38. The next free throw is good. The UIC team in the second half, 180 degree difference from the team they saw in the first half. Ott wants to drive, kicks it into the right corner to Albrecht. 13 on the shot clock. Hannah brings it back out. Now she wants to kick it back to Nichols. 8 on the clock. Nichols kicks it around to the left, to the right. She drives, she shoots. No good. Steal, however, by Sellers. To Nichols. Kick it back out. Albrecht for 3. Yes! It all starts with the defense and a steal by Shayla Sellers. 52-39. 6:46 to go. Jackson travels with the basketball. Turnover, UIC. Shatoya Sanders in. Michelle Nichols out. 18 points for Nichols this afternoon. 6:45 left on the clock. Sellers inbounds it to Riley Ott. UIC dropped back from the get-go. Now Albrecht on the right wing. Back to Sellers. Pass intended for Lappencooper, knocked out of bounds by Kamira Burks. 18 seconds left on the 30-second shot clock. 6:33 left on the fourth quarter game clock. Lappencooper says go. Get open, and she gets the ball to Ott. Gets it back into the right corner. Albrecht drives. Off the glass and in. Nikki now with 11 points. 54-39. Back to a 15-point lead. 6:13 to go. Driving, shooting, and scoring is Burks, her first points of the day. UIC not giving up without a fight. It's 54-41, 6 minutes to go. Ott, left side pass to Lappencooper. Albrecht, watched by Jackson, rubs off a Sanders pick. Kicks it back to Ott. Ott wants to go baseline, ball knocked out of bounds by UIC. Nichols checks back in. Sanders checks out. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. 5:44 on the game clock. Macedon's 54. Flames 41. Hannah Albrecht to inbound. Kicks it back out to Nichols. Nichols with 5. And they're going to call offensive foul on Michelle Nichols, and that's her 4th. Second team foul. Comes at the 5:40 mark. That'll bring Jazzy Hughes off the bench. Nichols has a seat. UIC playing inspired basketball. Tyler Lampley checks in and she inbounds the ball to Jackson. Jackson on the left side. On the wing to Burks. Fires a 3 off the iron, no good. Who's got the rebound? It's Lappencooper. On the run, driving the lane, drives, right-hand shot, too strong. Rebound pulled down by Neji. Opportunity, now near steal by Albrecht, who starts to go on the scorer's table. Clock stopped with 5:16 left here in the fourth quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne 54, Illinois Chicago 41. Tiana Jackson, top of the key, now goes to her left. Gets it to Thompson. Long 3, oh my, swish. Kiera Thompson, her 4th three-point field goal. All coming in the second half. And it's 54-44, back to a 10-point lead. Hughes for 3, she answers. Jazzy Hughes with a key 3-point field goal. 57-44, 4:40 to go. Anything you can do, I can do as well. That's what Jazzy Hughes just said. Well, it could have been a double dribble on Thompson. No call. Lampley goes right baseline, drives. No. Albrecht with the board. 4:22 to go. Macedon's 57, Flames 44. Riley out over midcourt for Purdue Fort Wayne. Albrecht on the right wing. Dribbles to her left. Back to Hughes into the right corner. Three on the way. No. By Ott gets a rebound. Back up and in. Follow the shot. And that's exactly what the freshman did. Huge bucket. Back to a 15-point lead, 59-44. Thompson, another left side three, no good. Desi had position on Hughes. Ball knocked out of bounds, and we have a timeout on the floor. 3 minutes, 46 seconds remain. Purdue Fort Wayne 59, Illinois Chicago 44. Come on back. We're going to have a fun close to this one. As from Arnie Ball Court, this is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball on YouTube.
A cardio wrist CART scan is a painless, non-invasive test that can allow for early detection and intervention of coronary artery disease. It's simple, takes about 30 minutes, and costs just $50. Don't wait. Schedule today at one of 7 convenient Lutheran Health Network locations. No referral necessary. To learn more and determine your eligibility, visit lutheranhealth.net/cardiorisk. That's life, powered by Lutheran.
We hope you're enjoying this edition of Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball on YouTube. I'm Mike Maz. 3 minutes, 46 seconds left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Macedons led comfortably at the quarter, led comfortably at halftime 29-8. Right now they lead 59-44, UIC with the basketball. Jackson tried to get a bounce pass into Neji, ball accidentally kicked by Hannah Albrecht. Clock now showing 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Lob pass, Burks, turnaround jumper, good. 4 points for Kimura Burks. 59-46, Flames full court pressure. Ball knocked away by Jackson. She's going to go baseline, nope, gives it off. Neji picks it up and scores. Jada Neji, what a game she's had, especially in the second half. Another turnover. Oh, it's got to be offensive foul on Jackson, and she's gone. Tiana Jackson just bowled her way towards the basket, and she fouls out with 3 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. Just the second team foul on UIC in this fourth quarter. Tyler Lampley checks back in. Tiana Jackson unofficially checks out with 5 points. Brad Maxey warning the UIC bench to stay put. Full court man-to-man pressure by UIC. Hannah Albrecht with the ball. Trying to get it into play. And timeout called by Nisi Nelson to save a potential turnover. And I believe that leaves Nisi with just 1 timeout remaining. Comes with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left on the clock. Purdue Fort Wayne, 21 of 60 from the floor for 35%, 8 of 20 from three-point range, 40%, just 9 of 16 at the foul line for just over 56%. UIC, 16 of 48 from the floor for 33%, 4 of 15 from three-point range, 26.7%. and 12 out of 18 from the foul line for just under 67%. Michelle Nichols with 18 points, Riley Ott with 14, Hannah Albrecht with 11 lead the way for Purdue Fort Wayne. Jada Neji with 15 points, and Kiera Thompson with 14 leads the way for the Flames. Again, full court man-to-man pressure by UIC. Albrecht bounce pass into Ott. Ott travel, double dribble. A freshman mistake. UIC gets the ball back with 3:02 remaining, trailing 59-48. Brianna Lake at the point. Watched by Sellers, now by Loppencooper. They go into the right corner. 3 on the way, no good by Presswood. Ball out of bounds to Purdue Fort Wayne. 2:48 now showing on the clock. Albrecht again, watched by Neji. Bounce pass to Ott, double team, look out. Back to Albrecht, ahead to Loppencooper. Anna gets over midcourt to Sellers, back to Loppencooper. Numbadons can run some offense and kill some clock. 2:33 to go, 15 on the shot clock. Albrecht on the right wing. Jazzy Hughes, top of the key, 10 on the shot clock. Turnaround shot into the corner, Sellers! In and out, no! Rebound, Jalissa Presswood. A near steal by Loppencooper. Lake gets the ball up the floor. 2:10 to go, and traveling called on Kamira Burks. 2:10 left on the fourth quarter game clock. Mastodons 59, Flames 48. And Albrecht, they inbound it. Right in front of the UIC bench. Gets it to Loppencooper, and the senior brings it over midcourt. Picked up by Nishi, falls to the ground, loose ball, out of bounds, and they're going to say a turnover on Purdue Fort Wayne. Todd Moisner saying no foul to Niecy Nelson. Flames get the break, they get the ball, down by 11 with 2 minutes to go. Lake will bring it up, again picked up at midcourt by Loppencooper. 1:53 to go. Inside pass, Neji, shot up and in. Jada Neji, 6 points in the fourth quarter alone. It's 59-50. Albrecht to Ott, double teamed. And now they call a timeout or a foul. What is it? They're going to call a foul on Neji, and she's gone, I think. Or is it her fourth? Third team foul. They're going to call it her fourth. Albrecht to inbound. Looking, gets it into Sanders. Back to Albrecht. 90 seconds to go. Sellers gets it to Albrecht. They're going to get it over this. They did. Albrecht has it taken away. Loose ball on the floor. Sanders has it. Did she call timeout? Or is it going to be a jump ball? What are they going to rule? Timeout, Purdue Fort Wayne, I think. And that's their last one. With 1:21 remaining. 59-50. UIC has never led. Again, Purdue Fort Wayne scored the first 12 points of the game. Led 14-2 after one quarter. Led 29-8 at halftime. But UIC outscored the Mastodons 27-13 in the third quarter. And here in the fourth quarter, Purdue Fort Wayne has scored 17 points to 15 for UIC. It'll be Mastodon basketball. across the way. They are out of timeouts. I believe UIC has 3 timeouts remaining. Nichols, Sellers, Ott, Albrecht, Loppencooper for Purdue Fort Wayne, Thompson, Lampley, Neji, Burks, Lake on the floor for UIC. Albrecht to inbound it. Watched by Neji. Looking, throws it back to nobody. Ott picks it up and she can play with it, even though I'm past half court. Albrecht, left side 3, in and out, no. Ott fights for the ball, Sowers gets it. Kicks it back out to Loppencooper, 1:09 to go. And now a foul going to be called on Kiera Thompson. I believe that's her 3rd. And that should be the 4th team foul. Checking in is Jalissa Presswood. Checking out, Aubriana Lake. Anna Loppencooper inbounds it to Riley Ott. Ott loses it off her leg, picked up by Burks. Burks looks for help. Now she dribbles to the right. Presswood driving the right side, down low for Neji, and a traveling call on UIC. 51 seconds left. Mastodons 59, Flames 50. Again, Hannah Albrecht, the senior, to inbound. Watched by Neji. Gets it. This is the freshman Sellers. Sellers to Ott. Ott will bring it up, and she's fouled. Foul's going to be on Kiera Thompson, her 4th. Keen 5th. So with 44.8 seconds left, the freshman Riley Ott goes to the line for 2. Shatoya Sanders in. Michelle Nichols with 4 fouls out. Riley Ott 1 for 1 so far today at the line, and she misses the 1st. Going for point number 15. Got it. 60 to 50, and timeout called by UIC. They will move the ball up to just over midcourt. Those with the faint of heart they got to get the scoreboard corrected. It should be 60 to 50. There we go. Sellers, Albrecht, Loppencooper, Ott, Sanders on the floor for the Mastodons. Thompson, Neji, Lampley, Lake, and who's the 5th? Well, the Burks, who gets the inbounds pass, launching a 3 off the iron. No, Sanders, a huge rebound for the Mastodons. 35 seconds left, and UIC drops back. 30 seconds to go. Albrecht, watched by Burks, ball knocked away, picked up by Hannah. Now gives it to Loppencooper, 12 on the shot clock. Loppencooper for Albrecht, who's belted to the floor by Kiera Thompson, and I believe that's number 5 on Thompson. 19.9 seconds left, and Hannah Albrecht goes to the line for 2, where she is 1 of 2 so far today. No lead is safe. First free throw off the back of the iron, no good. Says the Mastodons will be practicing at the foul line tomorrow. Next one is good. 61-50. 17 seconds to go. Burks with the dribble. Stop. Pop for three. Off the rim. No. Severs, the freshman, with the rebound, and that should do it. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Ott with it. Ott falls down. Scrum picked up. Burks shooting and missing, and that's the end of the ball game. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Final score, Purdue Fort Wayne 61, Illinois Chicago 50. And credit the Flames for a tremendous second half of basketball. They were down 21 points at halftime. They cut that deficit down to 5 here in the second half, but that's as close as they could come. In the fourth quarter alone, Purdue Fort Wayne scored 19 points to just 15 for Illinois Chicago. Purdue Fort Wayne now 2-0 on the young season. Illinois Chicago drops their season opener. And Fitness Day, a success for the Mastodons here in 2019. In fact, as the kids file out, the players are going to the doors at the entrance to our left to thank them for coming. Wow. Let's take a break. When we come back, we hope to be joined by either Assistant Coach Haley Seibert or Assistant Coach Akila Sims. Not sure which one of the two had the scout game for today, but we will talk with the coach when we come back to Arnie Ball Court in a moment. Again, our final score, Purdue Fort Wayne 61, Illinois Chicago 50. And this is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball on YouTube.
A cardio risk heart scan is a painless, non-invasive test that can allow for early detection and intervention of coronary artery disease. It's simple, takes about 30 minutes, and costs just $50. Don't wait. Schedule today at one of 7 convenient Lutheran Health Network locations. No referral necessary. To learn more and determine your eligibility, visit lutheranhealth.net/cardiorisk. That's life, powered by Lutheran.
Did you know that 8 out of 10 Americans feel regifting is acceptable? This means there's only a 20% chance someone will actually keep your holiday gift. At least that's what they'll make you believe. The perfect way to prevent regifting this holiday season is to give the people on your list a wash book from Mike's Car Wash. A wash book from Mike's is the practical, affordable way to spread holiday cheer. Because everyone washes their car, right? Mike's is a proud sponsor of the Mastodons.
Facing an illness or injury that can't wait? Turn to ReadyMed. We're ready when your day doesn't go quite as planned, with convenient hours, 7 days a week. We offer after-hours appointments as well as X-ray and lab services in each of our convenient area locations. From minor accidents and injuries to fevers and flus, we're ready. To learn more, check wait times and save your spot in line. Visit ReadyMed.com. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911 or go to the nearest emergency department as soon as possible.
In its 4th decade, the Summit League continues its ascent through excellence in the classroom and success in the field of play. In cities big and small, at public and private universities, more than 120,000 students across 9 institutions reach for the summit. From academic All-Americans to NCAA champions and nationally ranked teams, Summit League student athletes achieve the pinnacle of success. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders reach the summit today.
Welcome back, everybody, to Arnie Ball Court here inside the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of Purdue Fort Wayne University. I'm Mike Maz. Game number 2 of the 2019-2020 Macedon women's basketball schedule now in the books. And what looked like a runaway was far from that, as Illinois Chicago, again, they trailed 14-2 after one. They trailed 29-8 at halftime. At one point in the fourth quarter, they cut the lead to 5, but Mastodons rallied, and they win the game by a final score of 61-50. And we're going to be joined momentarily by assistant coach Haley Seibert. Hello. Let me move a little bit here, give you some more space. You know, the last couple of days I gave Akila some of my Tums. Do you want some? Because I've still got a few with the way that second half went.
Yeah, Mike, our girls tried to keep it interesting. You know, with all the little kids here, we wanted to give them a game.
Oh, let's talk about this. And it was a game of two cities, like a tale of two cities. A 12-0 run to start the game, 14-2 after one, 29-8 at halftime. I know everyone is always taught not to take the foot off the gas when you have a big lead. What happened in the third quarter?
You know, Mike, UIC just started hitting shots. I think our girls were playing. We had a little bit of foul trouble, so they were playing passive, and Coach Nelson finally called a timeout, and we were playing not to lose. You know, we have a couple girls, like our point guard and another one of our guards. It's their first college game, so it was definitely a good experience for them, but I think lack of experience was our big problem.
I'll tell you the gal who saved the day, Michelle Nichols. You know, the transfer out of Philadelphia. She only had 2 points in the first quarter, but she had 11 in the second. Didn't score in the third, but hit a couple of key buckets, one a deuce, one a tray in the fourth. But it was that spurt in the second quarter that really, at that time, solidified the lead.
Yes, Michelle Nichols is one that we call her our game time kid. She always wants the ball, whether she's hitting or not. She has that confidence. So she was huge today on offense. She was someone that our girls knew wanted the ball. She wanted to score, and she definitely carried us. She's had a really good week of practice, and it carried over into the game. Let's
see. Amongst my notes here, I need to look at something that involves you. And it involves single season records, free throw shooting percentage. Where are we here? In your senior year, you hit over 91% of your free throws. You were ranked in the top 5 or 6 in the country all season long, and you hit almost 80% for your career. Are you going to be working with this team tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, getting ready for Ball State on Tuesday for making free throws?
Oh, big time,
Just
Mike.
11 for 20.
Yeah, and that's really disappointing because we do focus on that in practice, but like Coach Nelson always says, it comes down to focus, and I think as you saw that second half, we didn't have that same focus that we came out with.
This may sound silly, Haley, but perhaps maybe in some ways the second half was good for this team to see how they react under duress?
Oh, big time. We had a couple scrimmages that we were in the same situation, but they needed it with the game on the line, and with a freshman point guard, she needs to see that kind of pressure because we're going to see it all year long.
Nisi and I talked in our chat earlier about the senior leadership that was shown by Shatoya on Tuesday night. 17 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks. She got into early foul trouble today. Riley Ott got into early foul trouble today. It almost seems like especially for Shatoya, if she can get off to a good start, that things can get into a nice flow, but if not, it could be struggles.
Yeah, big time. And I think today was good for Shatoya to get in foul trouble, just to see if Jazzy Hughes, Michelle, our transfers could step up, because it is, in reality, Shatoya could get in foul trouble. So it was good to see others step up, but credit to UIC. They have a couple really good post players, and they kind of got in Shatoya's head a little bit. So it was good because she hasn't went up against that yet this year.
Early thought, you do get a couple of days, I shouldn't say days off because I know the team will practice, but next game is Tuesday night, again here at home, taking on the Ball State Cardinals. I'm guessing Akila has the scout game for that, but early thoughts on Ball State Tuesday?
We said we couldn't ask for a better start with 3 home games. We've been focused on UIC, so right after this game, it's a quick celebration, and then we're going to be focused on Ball State. But they're Ball State. We know they're good. We're expecting a lot of pressure from them, so it'll be a good chance for our girls to step up.
And then my final question, your thought on the energy that these kids brought into this building today.
Oh, it was awesome. Our school did an awesome job getting over 11,000 little kids here, and Coach Nelson said before the game it's like having a 6th fan in there with all the energy, so it was awesome.
Well, congratulations on the win. I still have the bottle of Tums here in my bag. But again, congratulations, and we'll see what happens come Tuesday night.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Haley. It's Haley Seibert, and her thoughts on this contest. And let's take a look at the final numbers that was just given to me. In the ball game, Purdue Fort Wayne was 21 of 62 from the floor for just under 34%. They were 8 of 21 from three-point range for just over 38%, and they were 11 of 20 at the foul line for 55%. 3 Macedons in double figures today. We mentioned Michelle Nichols, the junior transfer from Philadelphia, a game-high 18 points. 15 points for Riley Ott, coming off her 18-point performance on Tuesday night. 12 points for Hannah Albrecht. 7 points scored by Jazzy Hughes. 5 from Shatoya Sanders, again, who played in foul trouble most of the way. 3 points for Anna Loppin Cooper. And 1 point for Shayla Sellers. For Illinois Chicago, they were 17 of 52 from the floor for 32.7%. 4 of 18 from three-point range for just over 22%. And a respectable 12 of 18 from the foul line for just under 67%. Jada Neji did not score a point in the first half. She scored 11 points in the third quarter, 6 more in the fourth, ended up with a team-high 17 points. Kiera Thompson did not score in the first half. She had 11 points in the third quarter, 3 3-point field goals and a couple of free throws, and knocked down another 3 in the fourth. She finished with 14 points, but then after that, it was lean for the Flames. Tyler Lampley with 6 points. Tiana Jackson with 5, 4 for Kamara Burks, 3 for Amira Coles, and 1 for Aubriana Lake. Shelby Case played almost 16 minutes but did not score. Battle of the rebounds went to Purdue Fort Wayne 41-37. Hannah Albrecht 9 rebounds, Shatoya Sanders, Shayla Sellers, and Ellie Dykstra each with 6. Leaving Riley out with 5, Michelle Nichols with 4, and 1 apiece for Anna Loppin Cooper and Jazzy Hughes. For Illinois Chicago, their leading rebounder was Jada Neji with 8, 6 for Kiera Thompson, 4 for Shelby Case. Tyler Lampley had 3, Kamira Burks had 3, and 4 players had 1 rebound apiece. Assists favored Purdue Fort Wayne 12-6. Steals favored Purdue Fort Wayne 13-6. Excuse me. Mastodons turned the ball over 17 times. The Flames turned the ball over 20 times. 6 blocks for UIC, 4 blocks for Purdue Fort Wayne. Points in the paint favored UIC 22-20. Second chance points favored the Mastodons 14-13. Flames led in fast break points 6-4. Mastodon bench outscored the UIC bench 25-8. Final score, Purdue Fort Wayne 61, Ball State 50.